Welcome back. We're here to talk about Leicester's summer transfer activity. Pascal, they broke their transfer record to bring in Leonardo Ajoa. He's made a cracking start to the club.
He has 2 goals already. I mean, the header against Arsenal in particular, that was fantastic movement and a good header. And for me, he looks like the sort of player that's ready to really make the step up to the Premier League. There's certain strikers in the Championship that aren't always ready to make that step up to the top flight, but he really looks ready. I mean, Brighton fans, they were devastated to see him go, and they haven't particularly replaced him. And I think he'll be a good player for Leicester.
Matt, they brought in a bit of star power, Leicester and Cambiasso. What do you make of that one?
It's unbelievable, isn't it? You look what he's done in his career, won countless titles, people have been saying he's past it, but he can still, he was never the most mobile player in the world anyway. It's not his game, he's a lovely passer of the ball, he's calm and influence, and to bring him into that team, he's a massive coup. That's no disrespect to Leicester, but you look at teams above, I'd have taken him at United, you look at other teams that, Tottenham, who needed a midfielder, Everton, people like that, and you're thinking, what an unbelievable signing for Leicester City.
Some of the other signings, Upson, Albrighton, solid players, Premier League experience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure about the Albrighton one. He's had a couple of iffy years, but I mean, for me, Upson's a really good signing as a centre-back cover. He was fantastic for Brighton last season, and I think he could be an important player.
In terms of outgoings, they've limited them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lloyd Dyer is the only important one that they lost this summer. He was really good for them in the Championship, but he might not have been brilliant in the Premier League. I mean, he sort of got overtaken by Riyad Mahrez towards the end of last season, and Mahrez looks like he's going to be really good in the Premier League as well.
Matt, they did some late business on deadline day, bringing in 2 Manchester United players, Powell and Lawrence. Yeah. What do you make of them?
I'm sad to see Lawrence go. Obviously, Lawrence to go for $1 million, I think, which is absolute peanuts. Obviously he came on in the last season, then he started the game when Giggs was in charge. He's lovely ability on the ball, but not too surprising to see him go. Nick Powell, he's got unbelievable ability. He's got such technique. He's very. I mean, he was at Crewe as a centre forward. He tore that league up. Came back, centre midfielder. Ferguson sees him as a centre midfielder. He's got good ability. He's got good range of passing. But I think that's a good move for him because he's on loan, isn't it? To get him sort of in there, get some games under his belt. I'm glad he hasn't gone permanently. So I think he could be a good Premier League player in the future. Lawrence, a bit sad to see him go, but it's life.
How do you rate Leicester's performance on the whole?
I think they've done well. It's, like mentioned, centre forward brought in very, very good. Scored goals. Cambiasso is obviously the main one that everyone thinks about. So I think it's a very solid 7 out of 10.
Pascal?
I think I'm going to give them an 8. I mean, considering they won the Championship so comfortably last season, obviously they have got a great squad there, and the players like Aloha and Cambiasso and Upson and a few other signings, I think they've done really well.
I'm going to go for 7 as well. They brought in some very good players. Yeah, thanks for joining us.